LFA 109, McKinney versus Izareri right here. 6 fights on the main card. Jacoby Jones, Caleb Hall in a lightweight fight. Kevin Fernandez and Manu Medina in a flyweight fight. Kai Bennett and Garika Trias in a women's flyweight fight. Robson Jr. and Edwin Cooper Jr. in a featherweight fight. Justin Wetzel and Askar in the co-main event in a bantamweight fight. And then in the main event right there, Terence Mckinney and Michael Izareri Ortiz. Terence Mckinney literally just fought, I would say, a little over a month ago, and he got an absolutely insane win over Tonino Gavino right there. I thought he was going to wrestle in that fight. Everyone thought he was going to go out there and just get the fight down and wrestle and grapple and try to get a ground and pound dominant decision win, but he went out there and got a head kick knockout win in 17 seconds. Absolutely insane. Now getting a main event fight for LFA 109. That is just absolutely insane. Against Michael Izareri Ortiz right there. Only a 3-round main event, but otherwise, I mean, it's a really, really good fight. Lots of other really, really good fights on the fight card as well, but 6 fights on the main card that we will be doing predictions for right now, but yeah, guys, let's take a look at the first fight on the fight card right here in the lightweight division. Jacoby Jones and Caleb Hall right here. Jacoby Jones 1000% wants his fight to hit the mat. He wants to ground and pound, and he wants a submission or ground and pound TKO win. 1 win and 0 losses. He is 100% a wrestler. He wants you down, and he wants to ground and pound the heck out of you. You look at this first knockout win, first knockout win, and second round submission win. All of these first knockout wins in literally on average 1 minute 20 seconds if you add them all up and divide them by 3. All of them were after he got the takedown, got him down, and ground upon the heck out of them, and got the TKO win. This one submission right here, he got on top of John Nelson and got submitted from the bottom. Absolutely insane. As a professional MMA fighter, again, got the fight down and got an arm triangle switch submission by exactly what he wants to do. Get the fight down, dominate you on top with ground upon shots, look for the submission or look for the ground upon TKO. That is exactly what Jacoby Jones wants to do right here. But we got a guy in Caleb Hall who has 2 wins and 0 losses, 24.5 years old, moving down from the welterweight division to the lightweight division, 2 wins and 0 losses. Didn't really do too good as an amateur MMA fighter with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses. It's a pretty okay record. A first round TKO win, third round TKO win, second round TKO win, and then 2 split decision wins right there. His 2 professional MMA wins, both being split decisions. I don't know. I mean, I watched both of the fights. I kind of thought he won the fight, but they were really, really close fights. But in this fight with Jacoby Jones and Caleb Hall needs to defend the takedowns. If he cannot keep the fight on the feet, I'm sorry to say, it's going to be an absolute domination from Jacoby Jones. He's going to get the fight down over and over and over again with takedown after takedown after takedown and just ground and pound the heck out of Caleb Hall for 3 straight rounds and possibly get the ground and pound TKO or maybe another arm triangle or whatever, some sort of submission win or finish on the ground as well. But if he does not defend the takedowns, he's going to lose the fight. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say right now. But overall, Jacoby Jones, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I've been saying it the whole entire video. He wants the fight to go to the ground, takedown over and over and over again, side control to mount. Once he gets you in mount, it's done. You're gonna get submitted. You're gonna get ground and pounded, and you're gonna lose the fight. Caleb Hall needs to get the fight on the feet, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I've seen every single time Jacoby Jones gets the fight down in literally like 30 seconds every single time. You look right here, 2 minutes 22 seconds for the first round submission win. He got the takedown in only 20 seconds of that fight. This knockout win, he got that fight down in literally 4 seconds and then grounded the heck out of him. All these knockout wins, he got his opponents down with a double leg takedown super fast in 20 to 30 seconds. So there's a small margin where Caleb Hall can get a knockout in the striking game, but I don't think he's going to get that knockout. I think he's going to get taken down multiple times in the fight. If not, he just gets taken down one time and just gets finished in the very first round. But overall, I think it's going to be a finish. I think Jacoby Jones is going to go out there and dominate this fight on the ground with his wrestling, with his ground and pound, and with his submission game as well. Not sure if he's going to get a ground and pound TKO or if he's going to get a submission. Either way, he's going to finish the fight. And my prediction for the first fight on the main card of LFA 109 is Jacoby Jones winning the fight by TKO or submission in the very first round. Should be a really good lightweight fight right there. Manu Medina and Kevin Fernandez in a flyweight fight. Manu Medina 1 win and 1 loss. Kevin Fernandez 0 wins and 0 losses. As an amateur, he has 3 wins and 1 loss with 2 submission wins and 1 win coming by decision, with his only amateur loss coming by split decision. I rewatched that fight a couple of times, and I think he won the fight. Personally, I think he's 4-0 as an amateur MMA fighter. Manu Medina 1 submission win and then 1 loss, coming by unanimous decision in a dominant wrestling and grappling loss to Clayton Carpenter right there. I do think this fight will stay on the feet. Both fighters are mainly going to be strikers. We might see a couple of takedown attempts from Kevin Fernandez, because he does have 2 submission wins as an amateur MMA fighter, but maybe just 1, maybe possibly 2 takedown attempts in the fight total, but most likely this fight will stay in the feet, and most likely will be a striking fight between Manu Medina and Kevin Fernandez right here. Manu Medina got taken down like 3 or 4 times against Clayton Carpenter. Once his fight to stay on the feet. A really good kicking game with outside lead leg kicks, right body kicks, and really good right high kicks as well. So left hook to straight right, boom, and then boom. Really powerful straight right hand down the pipe. Really powerful right there. But the one thing I do not like about Manu Medina, he does not do good under pressure and under really like volume-based strikers, and Kevin Fernandez is a volume-based striker, so that kind of worries me. If Kevin Fernandez goes out there and just throws a lot of volume and goes out there and throws a lot of pressure and volume in the fight, I'm probably going to go Kevin Fernandez to win the fight, because in the fight with Clayton Carpenter and Manu Medina did not do at all good under pressure from Clayton Carpenter. So right now, the key for Kevin Fernandez to win this fight, pressure and volume. I got it in bold right here. Pressure and volume. I'm going to put it in bold right there. He needs to go out there and throw a lot of volume and have a lot of pressure on Manu Medina, and most likely, if he does that, can possibly get a knockout win or just get a dominant decision win like that. And mixing takedowns every now and then as well. But in this fight, Manu Medina needs to get the fight at range, 1-2, leg kick, body kick, everything like that. And then Kevin Fernandez needs to pressure and volume the heck out of Manu Medina and try to win the fight by unanimous decision. So Manu Medina, keep the fight at range, 1-2, leg kick, body kick, everything like that. And Kevin Fernandez, volume and pressure. So what do I think is going to happen? I think there's a good chance Manu Medina can keep the fight at range, but I mean, eventually, Kevin Fernandez will get the fight to the clinch and throw a lot of volume and pressure, and eventually, I think he's going to land a lot of good shots in that clinch situation, and when Manu Medina's back is to the cage, I think Kevin Fernandez will be landing a lot of good shots right there as well, also mixing in a couple of takedowns here and there as well. So, overall, my prediction for the first fight in the flyweight division on LFA 109 would be Kevin Fernandez going out there and winning the fight by 29-28, unanimous decision right there. Jericho Trice and Kai Bennett right here in the flyweight division, striker and grappler 100%. Jericho Trice, her Muay Thai is just absolutely amazing. Only 1-0 as a professional MMA fighter, but she looked really good in her last fight inside of the LFA, getting a 3rd round knockout win, getting a nice overhand right, and she just got that knockout win in the 3rd round right there. Amazing striking from Jericho Trice, and then really good grappling and wrestling skills from Kai Bennett right there. The way I see Kai Bennett winning the fight, obviously wrestle and grapple and grind the pound for 3 straight rounds. The way I see Jericho Trice winning the fight, defend whatever takedowns come, keep the fight on the feet, use that Muay Thai, get the fight in the clinch every now and then, get the fight at range, a body kick, leg kick, 1-2, overhand right hooks, everything like that, and try to get a knockout in the 2nd or 3rd round. She definitely has the power to do so, as we saw in her first fight inside of the LFA, but I think there's a good chance we see a finish right here, even though it is in the flyweight division. Jericho Trice some really good power, but the one thing I do not like about Jericho Trice, in her last fight, her first fight inside of the LFA, with Kawhi Wallace right there, she was taken down 2 or 3 times. Now, she did get the fight right back up on the feet, but she was taken down a couple of times in that fight, which kind of worries me with a girl like Kai Bennett, like fighting her in the fight. Kai Bennett, even though you look at the record, 1 win, 2 losses, don't look at that record. That does not show the the whole picture of like how good of a mixed martial artist she is. She has some really decent wrestling and some decent grappling as well. And I'd arguably say that she has better grappling and wrestling than Kai Wallace right there. So Kai Bennett could go out there and kind of play more of a what is her name? Carla Esparza type of game plan. Who's inside of the UFC right now, going out there, takedown over and over again, and getting on top and just grind upon the heck out of her opponent. Kai Bennett needs to do that in the fight. Otherwise, I'm going Jurga tries to in the fight, my KO TKO in the second or third round. Her striking much better than Kai Bennett right there. But there's clear paths for both fighters to win this fight. Jurga tries obviously has a really good Muay Thai, really good striking, 100% finish rate inside of the LFA right now. She is a southpaw fighter with a really good left body kicks and really good overhand lefts as well. Her main weakness obviously being her takedown defense. She does get the fight right back up on the feet. That's what I kind of like about her, but it's a little bit skeptical because she does get taken down a lot in her fights. But she does get the fight right back up on the feet, but we'll see what happens in the fight. But in this fight, I think she wants the fight to stay on the feet 100%. Maybe, just maybe, we did see in her last fight, she actually went for 2 takedowns in her last fight, got the fight down, and landed some really solid ground upon as well. But Jurga tries to keep the fight on the feet at range and just Muay Thai the heck out of Kai Bennett right here. And you should win the fight, probably by unanimous decision or a second or third round KO or TKO win. But yeah, those are the main ways I see Jurga tries to win the fight, and the main way I see Kai Bennett winning the fight right there. But overall, my prediction for this fight is probably going to be going towards the striker, the Muay Thai specialist in Jurga tries right here. I think her striking is much better than Kai Bennett, 100%. Super powerful, super fast, and I think if she does get taken down, she'll get the fight right back up on the feet. So it should be a really good fight in the women's flyweight division. But my prediction is Jurga tries to win the fight, a third round TKO yet again after her first third round TKO, getting another third round TKO win right here against Kai Bennett in her second fight inside of the LFA. LFA 109 should be a really good fight in the women's flyweight division. Edwin Cooper Jr. and Robson Jr. right here. Edwin Cooper Jr. amazing wrestling, 3 wins and 1 loss. You look right here, decision win, first round knockout win, third round knockout win, and third round knockout win. All of these knockout wins are not like boom, one punch knockout wins on the feet. All of them, he got a double leg takedown, got the fight down, and ground pounded the heck out of his opponents, getting the TKO win. Every single one of them was a TKO win due to ground pound strikes. We already know exactly what this man wants to do in the fight. Get the fight down and grind upon the heck out of his opponent. His only loss right here to Sean William Cervini by armbar submission. There was a little bit of controversy right there. If you rewatch that fight, he did not tap to that armbar. And he was on top. He got the double leg takedown and got caught in the armbar, but he did not tap. So personally, I think he's a 4-0 undefeated MMA fighter. I don't know why that loss is still on his record. Personally, I think he won that fight. I do not think he tapped to the armbar submission, but overall, if he's going to be going out there and trying to win this fight against Hobson Jr., he's going to go out there and wrestle and grind upon the heck out of Hobson Jr. Go out there, double leg takedown, grind upon over and over again. That is the main game plan I see Edwin Cooper Jr. trying to implement in the fight 100%. And then we got Robson Jr., 3 wins and 0 losses right there. First round knockout win, and first round guillotine choke submission win in 15 seconds, 1 minute 28 seconds, and 1 minute and 12 seconds, averaging, all 3 of the fights averaging less than 1 minute per fight. Absolutely insane from the film that I was able to gather from only 3 minutes of film in his professional MMA career. He's going to want to get the fight on the feet. Like, it's pretty obvious. He's going to want to get the fight on the feet at range, 1-2, leg kick, body kick, everything like that, and try to land a big right hook and get the knockout win in the first or second round by. It's going to be kind of tough because it's the only win coming by submission to Jonathan Ferreira right there, who was 0-8 at the time after he beat him right there. He hasn't really been facing the best competition, 0-2 and 0-1 right there. So in this fight, he's going to need to land a really big shot in the striking game, a big right hook, a big straight left, a big left hook, whatever the case may be. He needs to land a big shot that knocks out Edwin Cooper Jr. In literally like 1 minute of the very first round. If that does not happen, I'm sorry to say, Edwin Cooper Jr. is going to win the fight. His wrestling, his grappling, and his ground and pound is going to be way, way too much. So, in this fight with Robinson Jr. and Edwin Cooper Jr., I think Edwin Cooper Jr. is going to go out there and wrestle and grind and pound the heck out of Robinson Jr. And possibly, maybe, just maybe, get a KO, TKO win in the first and second round. So, my prediction for Edwin Cooper Jr. and Robinson Jr. Will be Edwin Cooper Jr. winning the fight, my KO, TKO in the second round, or dominating every single round with ground and pound and submission attempts every now and then with a dominant 30-27 unanimous decision winner right there. But should be a really, really good fight in the featherweight division. Askar and Justin Wetzel right here in the co-main event of LFA 109. Askar, 11 wins and 1 loss, 26 and a half years old, a little bit smaller, a little bit less of a reach than Justin Wetzel, but the man's striking is on point, the man's wrestling is also on point, and this man is a finisher 100%. 11 wins and 1 loss, half of his wins coming by finish, 3 submission wins and 3 knockout wins. Now, if you look at this, you see 3 submissions, 3 knockout wins. Those 3 submissions, you look right here, they're counting the knockouts as submissions, this verbal tap out, and this knockout win right there. You see 1 knockout win, 2 knockout win, 3 knockout win, 4 knockout win, and then 5 knockout wins right there with a rear and naked choke submission win. So, he has 5 knockout wins on his record so far. So 5 knockout wins, 1 submission win, and then all the other wins that coming by decision. But in this fight, Askar's main way of winning, pressure and volume the heck out of Justin Wetzel. Justin Wetzel is going to be way, way taller and way, way lengthier than Askar is in this fight right here. So, and he is moving from the featherweight to the bantamweight division. So he's going to have a high length and then a size advantage over Askar. So in this fight, Askar needs to pressure and volume the heck out of Justin Wetzel in this fight, in the striking game, and every now and then go for a double leg takedown, get the fight down, and get a little bit of ground and pound here and there as well. Justin Wetzel with 6 wins and 1 loss, 29 years old right there, decision win, first knockout win, and then a lot of other decision wins are right there. Personally, I think Justin Wetzel's main way of winning right here would probably be in the grappling and wrestling game. I think the wrestling and grappling is kind of 50-50 right here, but Askar, his striking is much, much better in my opinion, with the volume, with the pressure, and with his power as well, with his amazing overhand rights, his 1-2, his right hooks, his body kicks, his leg kicks as well. I kind of think Askar will win the fight in the striking game, possibly getting knockout as well in the second or third round, but I don't know what would happen if this fight stays on the feet for all 3 rounds. I'd probably say Askar would win the fight. So in my opinion, Justin Wetzel needs to wrestle and he needs to grapple right here. So it should be a really interesting fight. I'm curious to see what Justin Wetzel does to kind of mitigate the volume and the pressure that Askar is going to be going out there and trying to inflict on Justin Wetzel in the fight. But his main weapons in this fight is a left hook, his uppercuts against the cage, and then the outside leg kicks as well, with a really good overhand right as well. He got Kevin Worth in his last fight in the main event of LFA 102, I believe. LFA 92, sorry about that. But in the fight, in the very first round, landed a devastating overhand right, and after that overhand right, it set the tone for the whole entire fight after that. By a really good, powerful striker, and really good combination striker, and really good volume, and a really good pressure as well. So, I'm probably going to be leaning towards Askar right here. I think there is a chance that Justin Wetzel goes out there and maybe gets a takedown, double leg takedown, and gets some ground and pound, and maybe gets a submission or a ground and pound TKO win. But overall, Askar, his wrestling and grappling, probably pretty even to Justin Wetzel's, and his striking is much, much better in my opinion. So, my prediction for Askar and Justin Wetzel will be Askar going out there, volume and pressuring the heck out of Justin Wetzel in the fight, in the striking game, and possibly landing a big overhand right and getting the knockout in the second round, or getting a third round knockout win, or maybe just dominating the fight in the striking game to a 30-27 unanimous decision win. By either way, he's going to win the fight. That's my prediction. Askar winning the fight on my second round KO TKO, or in a dominant 30-27 unanimous decision win right there. Should be a really good fight. After that fight, we go into the lightweight division. Really good fight in the main event right here. We got a really good fight right here. We got a really good fight in the lightweight division right here. Should be a really good fight. Terence Mckinney and Michael Izareri Ortiz Terence Mckinney, amazing striking, really good body kicks, really good head kicks, really good leg kicks, and amazing wrestling as well. All around MMA fighter right there in Terence Mckinney. And then Michael Izarrari Ortiz, also mainly an MMA fighter, not really a specialist in the striking, a specialist in the grappling, a specialist in the wrestling, nothing like that. But 12 wins and 3 losses. You look right here, 6 submission wins, 4 knockout wins, and only 2 fights going all the way right there. And then you got Terence Mckinney, beast, bro, 9 wins and 3 losses, first round head kick knockout win over Tonino Calvino in 17 seconds. Nobody thought he was going to go out there and get a head kick knockout win. Everyone thought if that fight would be a KO or TKO, that Tonino Calvino would be the one getting that knockout win, considering how much power he does have in that right hand. But Terence McKinney went out there in 17 seconds and got that knockout win. Absolutely insane. But the crazy thing is, Terence McKinney is not really a striker. He is a wrestler. He's going out there and he's trying to get that double leg takedown against the cage, the trip takedown against the cage, and grind upon the heck out of you for 3 straight rounds, and get the rear naked submission win, a submission win or a knockout win. I mean, you see right here, 6 submission wins and 3 knockout wins, every single win being a finish. This win right here being new to ground upon. This win, obviously rear naked, armbar and heel hook, with another knockout win coming in the very first round. I mean, everywhere you look at Terence McKinney in the striking game, amazing body kicks, amazing head kicks, and amazing leg kicks, and a really powerful right hand. And in the wrestling and grappling, really good rear nakeds, really good arm bars, really good heel hooks, and amazing round and pound. I mean, I can't really find anything that Terence McKinney is really bad at. I don't know. The only thing I don't like about him, he gets a little too comfortable out there, and he starts to, I don't know. I really don't know, but in the fight with Sean Woodson, he was winning in the very first round. After the first round, he was winning the fight. In the second round, Sean Woodson went out there, landing a flying knee. Oh my god, something crazy happened. His other loss, due to a leg injury in 39 seconds, doesn't really count as a loss right there. And then the other one with Derek Minner, who's inside of the UFC right now. He got the takedown, got on top, was winning the fight, and then got caught in a triangle. He just gets too comfortable with his positions and doesn't keep his hands up, gets caught with a flying knee. Or just does not pay attention to these submissions from the bottom in the fight with Derek Minner right there. So he just needs to pay attention to those big shots, the flying knees, the triangles, whatever the case may be, coming from Michael Izarrari Ortiz. Because Michael is going to go out there and he's going to go for a lot of submissions from the bottom, a lot of guillotines, then a lot of rear nakeds on his record so far. All of his wins coming on the ground, every single one of them being a ground pound TKO win, a rear naked choke submission win, or a guillotine choke submission win. So in this fight, Terence McKinney might actually want this fight to stay on the feet. I kind of think he will have the advantage in the striking game, giving the three-inch reach advantage, giving the body kicks, giving the head kicks, giving the leg kicks as well, giving the straight right, the right hooks, the left hooks as well. I'd probably give Terence McKinney the striking advantage right here. I'll give him the wrestling advantage, but in terms of the submission skills, I'll give a slight edge to Michael Izarrari Ortiz. That's the main way I see Michael actually going out there and winning the fight, would be by submission from the bottom, by triangle, by guillotine, by some sort of submission from the bottom. That's the main way I see Michael Izarrari Ortiz winning the fight. I think Terence McKinney will have the striking advantage, will have the wrestling advantage, and if he goes out there and gets the takedowns and just defends these submissions from the bottom and ground pounds the heck out of Michael Izarrari Ortiz, I'm sorry, I'm going Terence McKinney to win the fight. But it should be a really good lightweight fight right here. 75% going McKinney, mainly by knockout, and then a lot of people saying he's going to win the fight by decision right there. Personally, I think he's going to get a knockout as well. Every single win being a finish in the very first or second round right there. But in my opinion, it's going to be a KO or TKO win in the first or second round. But that should be a really good fight in the light division. Again, Terence McKinney, in my opinion, will win the fight by TKO or knockout in the first or second round right there. Should be a really good fight in the lightweight division. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the full card prediction right here. For LFA 109, McKinney versus Izarrari. I got Terence McKinney winning his fight, Askar winning his fight, Edwin Cooper Jr. winning his fight, Jerica Farias winning her fight, Kevin Fernandez winning his fight, Jacoby Jones winning his fight, and then if you want to look at the prelims, I got Harry Salunzik winning his fight, and Louis Shawenki winning his fight as well. Should be a really good fight here for LFA 109. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, everything like that, and we'll see you in the next video. Let's go.